The top of the hour, an apartment garage fire overnight did some serious damage.
The Valley Today's JC Dodd is out live at the scene.
Good morning, JC.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, the investigation is underway into what started the fire that caused $50,000 of damages here in South Fargo. I want you to take a look at this video taken last night. The call came in just after 11 p.m. last night. When crews got on scene, they found the fire in one garage. You can see it started in that one garage. They were able to luckily contain it to that one, but two garages on either side of it did sustain some smoke damage. Now that car has been pulled out, and that is what is left right here from what we see. Thankfully, Phoenix Jordan, no injuries have been reported, but again, $50,000 in damages from just that one garage catching on fire and that smoke damaging the other garages as well. Now, the investigation is underway, and we'll continue to follow and see what else we know coming from this scene.
A lot to go over this morning with that local breaking news. JC Dodd reporting live from the scene this morning. Thank you.
Also breaking this morning, Fargo Fire is looking into another car fire, but this one is on the north side. Crews rushed to the 800 block of 10th Avenue North just before 4 o'clock in the morning. Damage
looks to be mostly contained to that vehicle, but there is no word this morning on the exact cause. Breaking news from Ukraine this morning. We are getting some first pictures in, seeing the huge explosion that happened near Kyiv, Ukraine. Some people say that blast right there you just saw it looked like a small nuke.
Air raids, sirens were heard in multiple districts across the city before the buildings were lit up by the massive blast. Kyiv is one of the 6 cities to come under fire today.
We are also getting a look this morning at the scenes of destruction in the Ukrainian city of Kherson as the Russian military intensifies its bombardment there. The mayor of that port city says Russian troops are in the streets and they have now forced their way into city council buildings.
Ukraine's president says a battle in Kherson is not over, but if Russia gains control, it will be the biggest city so far to fall to the invasion. The Russian Defense Ministry is releasing footage of military helicopters supporting its troops during what Moscow calls a special operation in Ukraine. The Kremlin says that Russian officials are ready to hold a second round of peace talks with Ukraine today, but it's unclear whether Ukraine officials will turn up.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says that Russia must stop bombing Ukrainian cities before more talks can take place on Russia's invasion of the country. The British Defense Ministry says a column of tanks advancing toward Kyiv has made little progress since Tuesday. They remain more than 18 miles away from that capital city. It is now 6:54 on this Thursday morning. Another, well, not another one, but a chilly start, I should say, to the morning, Lisa.
Yes, back to some colder air out there today to start off. This is a live view in Grand Forks. We've got a pretty sunrise, but it's a cold one with temperatures that are below 0 in a lot of spots. Grand Forks right now, 10 below, and our wind chill right at 10 below because the air is very calm. Now, there are some places where we do have a little wind, and the wind chill is a factor here, but Fargo, 3 below, and in Thief River Falls, 15 below, not really experiencing much wind. But over in Bemidji, our temperature there, 10 below, and a little wind has made it feel more like 22 below. And that's our concern when we start to get wind chills into the 20s below. More about that exposure and the potential for frostbite. So make sure you're dressing again with a heavier coat. I know we had some milder temperatures this week, but we're back into some colder air here this morning. Fergus Falls is at 0, but it feels like 10 below with the wind, and it's 6 below in Devil's Lake right now. So there is that wind chill advisory that's in effect. Part of it has been canceled in the northwest, but Grand Forks still included in this advisory until 9 o'clock this morning. And places like Thief River Falls back up into the Hallock area also included in that wind chill advisory. We are also looking in the Southern Valley at the potential for some snow, and we've got some radar return showing snow in the Lemoore, Dickey County areas, back down into Sargent County, northeastern South Dakota as well, and back over to Wheaton. So it's just kind of brushing by that very southwestern part of our viewing area. Otherwise, we're on the drier side, and this should be not too impactful, but still in those areas, so you may have a little coating or maybe just a couple of flakes you're going to have to turn on your windshield wipers for here to start off the day today. In Fargo, out at the bus stop this morning, expect to have a mix of some sun and clouds once that sun is up just a little bit after 7 o'clock here in less than 10 minutes. We'll see that sun above the horizon, and temperatures are going to be pretty chilly. We're looking at that sub-zero range again out at the bus stop. But heading home, we do improve. We'll see temperatures back into the teens, and the wind will remain on the lighter side today as well. We'll have a few more clouds in the southern valley than in the north, closer to that area of snow. Friday warming up, but we'll have a chance for some isolated spots of snow or maybe even a little bit of a mix. And then, of course, we're still monitoring that storm system for this weekend. First alert weather days for Friday and Saturday, or rather Sunday and Saturday and Sunday, rather. Stay tuned. And we have to watch out on Friday. There's going to be a little bit of a breeze, too, with that snow as well. So still very active here in the forecast.
And keep it right here as we track that system. Lisa, thank you.
Well, it's back to business today for Richland County Courthouse and Law Enforcement Center in Wappington. That shut down after an initially set fire. The police are still looking for a man that's seen on surveillance video walking into the police station lobby Tuesday night and lighting some sort of device before taking off.
The sheriff in that county says it's hard to see on the video exactly what the suspect was holding when he walked in. It's now being analyzed at a federal lab. He is not saying if the suspect can be identified from the video. All 15 inmates were evacuated on Tuesday, then transferred to the jails in Fargo and Valley City. They have since returned. A Grand Forks teen is facing assault charges after a family member was stabbed yesterday evening. Court documents say Grand Forks police found Michael Summers' hand covered in blood Tuesday night and a family member wounded.
Police say that all the blood was over the basement of the home. Summers is charged with aggravated assault. There's no word on the victim's condition. And a number of state attorney generals are looking into TikTok and investigating whether the popular social media app is harmful to children's mental health. The move comes after President Joe Biden called on Congress to pass laws regulating privacy and advertising towards kids during the State of the Union this week.
The states that have announced their participation in the probe include California, Florida, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Nebraska, New Jersey, Tennessee, and Vermont. A representative for TikTok says the company is looking forward to provide information on its safety measures, including restricting certain media to young users. Freedom truckers are heading for the Valley today. They plan to be at the Petro gas station on 45th Street in Fargo around 4 p.m. Although folks at the rally in Montana yesterday said they've been running a few hours behind.
Various law enforcement agencies are working together to monitor the convoy as it moves through North Dakota. And northbound traffic is down to one lane on the 45th Street south in Fargo between 37th and 40th Avenue.
The city is doing maintenance and storm sewer work. The lane closure is in place until that end of the workday tomorrow. A longtime Fargo landmark building is coming down next week. Demolition equipment is staged next to that old Kmart on South University. Crews will start knocking down that building on Monday.
Developers are building low-income housing in a shopping center with restaurants, a coffee shop, and a clinic and pharmacy. They're hoping to have it all done by fall of 2023. And a downtown Fargo brewery is mixing up a special batch of beer in support of Ukraine.
DCR Brewing Company says its Glory for Ukraine beer is a hazy IPA brewed with malted oats and wheat. They will release it on St. Patrick's Day, and they'll hold a fundraiser to help support any relief efforts in Ukraine. The Today Show and CBS Mornings are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather coming up right now on the Fargo CW. That's where we continue to track the breaking news in Ukraine as more cities are being bombed, and some are saying it looks like potential nukes were even used. We have the very latest coming up on the CW. Otherwise, have a good Thursday, everyone.